What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Owlery. My name is Aaron, and today I wanted to bring you guys some information. There's going to be some gameplay here in the background of me working on these Calamity Day event, but I wanted to make sure that you guys were maxing out your XP for the Calamity event and also for the upcoming Community Day that's happening this Saturday in Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I'm really excited about it. Niantic did a great job. wbgames did a great job of stacking these events. So it's a great time to grind, guys. If you want to boost up, if you want to level up and get as much XP as you can, then please follow my advice as best you can, and we'll get you through it, and I hope it helps. So the key thing that we have to focus on here is that the chambers have been nerfed. So they are no longer the best source of XP in the game. The fortresses got nerfed big time, and it's really not worth grinding in those unless you're going 11 plus on those bad boys. So the new name of the game is Traces. Traces are going to get you the maximum XP, and the best way to do it and the best way to get through it is to make sure that you have your brain elixirs on board when you're out there playing, guys. So during the Calamity event, you're going to stack that XP, so you're going to double it, and then for the actual Community Day, they are going to triple your XP. So you're going to get 3 times the amount of XP you normally would. So for a 3-hour event, it's best to have 6 of those ready to rock and roll. They're going to give you 1, so you're going to get 1 free one if you go into Diagon Alley during the Community Day event. They're going to give you 1 free gift, and that gift will contain a brain elixir. So you'll need 5. I'd start brewing now, guys, because they take 12 hours to do so. So if you need them, brew them. I know that they give you some as you level up. So if you're close to leveling up, you'll get 1 for free. But if you're not close to that, then you're just going to have to start brewing, guys. And I'll put a link down in the description below. I've got a video on how to decrease the amount of brewing time it takes to make that brain elixir. So, feel free to click on that to learn how you can do that. So starting with the Potter's Calamity Day, so the maximum amount of the restricted books that you're going to get is 15 for each subsection. So for section 1, 15 total restricted books, and you guys are going to want to get those. So you're going to want to try to focus on getting those. And the reason why is because that is the key to gaining the XP within the profession. So leveling up in your profession, making sure that you're following your class. If you're an Auror, you're DPS. If you're Magizoology, then you're a tank with some heals. And then if you're a professor, you're kind of that all-around kind of guy with like the jack of all trades, but the master of none. But it's kind of the best for soloing if that's how you want to roll. So the restricted books are really important. You're also going to get a ton of scrolls, guys. So once you complete all the stickers, so once you complete the stickers in your subsection, so when you have your Harry Potter, for instance, and he's the captain of the Quidditch team in this event. So when you get your Quidditch Captain Harry and you get your Brilliant Hedwig, so anytime you stack your sticker, every 20 traces, you're going to get a Brilliant rank. And what a Brilliant rank brings to you is you're going to get 5 scrolls and you're going to get 1 rune stone. So that's going to be really helpful also for your professions. And then moving into the fortresses, you're going to need those rune stones to make sure that you can get the subsection stickers. So the big ones are obviously Harry's Weasley jumper. So the only way to get Harry's Weasley jumper sticker or fragment of the sticker is to use your runestone inside the fortresses. And then with the brilliant portkeys that are going to be available, that's going to be the ticket to getting Harry's trunk. So Harry's trunk fragments are going to come inside the portkeys, and then you also are going to have the possibility of doing a 5 times XP for those bad boys. So you're going to want to make sure that you get those going and just get out there and move around, guys. I mean, I use my skateboard. That's the best way that I've found to do it, and I just cruise around parks, local parks and businesses. I just cruise down the sidewalk, and it makes it really easy to pop those port keys. Another thing that Niantic has done that I think is really great is they've created those So the Hedwig and the Hairy traces that you find out in the world of Wizards Unite are actually considered emergency threats. Even though they're only medium and high in difficulty, they actually are going to be giving you emergency threat XP. So, the Hedwig one is a little bit easier at 25% win rate. Harry is a little bit more difficult at a 10% win rate. But if you have a Brain Elixir on board, that means that you're getting the emergency threat level of XP for just doing medium and high level tracings. So that's a huge advantage that Niantic has built into these events, and I think that you really should take advantage of that. Another thing I'd like to point out is that you should have some dark detectors ready for the actual community day on Saturday. Those are going to last an hour each. So the way that I'm going to plan on doing it is I'm going to have a route where I'm going to be going back and forth between about 5 or 6 different inns. Each one of those inns is going to be as close as I can get to maxed out on the dark detectors. That way, I'm going to max out my chances of getting those brilliant traces or those brilliant foundables. And each one of those is going to be hugely important in getting as much XP as you possibly can. Now, you also have to bear in mind that you're going to have to manage your spell energy. So if you go back and forth and kind of stagger the amount of time that it takes to go back and forth between those ends, you can try to make sure that one is available every 5 minutes so that you can constantly be replenishing your spell energy. Again, guys, I just want to emphasize that traces are the new king of XP, especially for these two events. So as they're stacked up on top of one another, the key is to get as many traces on those foundables and successful traces on those foundables as you possibly can. I hope this guide helps out. I hope that you guys have a lot of success this upcoming weekend with the Community Day and in the upcoming weeks with these Calamity events. And if it helped you out, I'd really appreciate it if you clicked the like button and perhaps consider clicking the subscribe button as well. If I made a mistake and I didn't point something out that's really important, if you could leave it in the comments below, I would really appreciate that as well. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you stopping by the Owlery. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Don't get lost out there, guys. Have a good one.